Hey everybody, Jake here. I just wanted to make a quick little video here. I noticed the other day that I went by 850 subscribers. I wanted to say thanks to each and every one of you that have hit that subscribe button. I know all 850 of you don't come back every time to watch the video, but all of you that do, I really appreciate it. And for all of you that have hit that subscribe button, it is much appreciated. YouTube treats channels a little differently once you get above 1,000 subscribers and so many watch hours. It does allow us to go live. As much as I travel, it would be great to be able to hit a button and just go live and take you guys with me wherever I'm at. I see some pretty crazy stuff sometimes. So I just wanted to say thanks to each and every one of you. I know a lot of you came on for the Canon videos. I'm going to give you a little information here on some preps and canning, how I store my canning, what I do with those jars, and also what I think is probably the most important item that you can have to add to your list of items that you need to be able to sustain a comfortable lifestyle, or even live for that matter. It would be very high ranking on the #1 or #2 items that you need to be able to live. So hang around till the end, be sure and watch till the end. Just some good tips, tricks there, a couple of things you might want to pick up on to grab while you can. Thanks again everybody for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button below. Next week is going to be pretty busy. We're getting the septic system put in. We need to move the RV down to our river house. We got chickens going in, moving in down there. We got the air conditioner for the ranch house picked up today, so we're going to be hauling that down there. It's just going to be a pretty busy week altogether. I'm going to try and catch some of it on video. So again guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Enjoy the little clips here and watch to the end. Y'all let me know down in the comments. I'd like to give something away once we do hit the 1,000 subscribers. So let me know, what would y'all guys like to have? Some food, some jars, pressure canner. You know, y'all give me some ideas. I'll see what I can do about gathering some of that up. I've still got a pretty good source on jars. I picked up about 10 cases the other day. They still got them. And I looked around through there and they still actually had some pressure canners around. So I was really surprised, but it's a little small town hardware store, not a lot of visitors. If you guys are looking for stuff, get out of the big city and get into some of these smaller communities. They still do have jars and things, lids available for y'all people still trying to can some stuff up. And I'm still canning stuff. I mean, every chance I get, I still throw stuff in there. But I really appreciate y'all guys watching. It's worldwide. I've had some people hit me up from across the pond over there. Don't give up, guys. I don't know what's going on with your moisture over there. Everything works fine for me here in Texas, but we're pretty dry. So get that stuff dry, get it in those jars, get it canned up. You're going to need it. Thanks for watching. Enjoy. Hey everybody. This is probably one of the most important tools that you can have. It goes along with the food preparation and food storage. This is an Alexa Pure water filter. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there are many brands. Alexa Pure, Big Berkey. There are many. You can see there we only have one filter on the inside. There's a space there for 2 more, and this is just a siphon to help it drip faster. But we've been using that filter on there for probably a couple of years, and I know it's done a few thousand gallons at least, and it's still making good water. So we just fill it up here out of the sink, and of course the clarity, cleanliness of the water that you're using is going to affect the filter in this unit. So you want to use as clean of water as possible. But having clean, drinkable, potable water is one of the most important things that should be in your prepping situation, survival situation, gatherings and tools. We probably gave a couple $100 for this thing, and I think the filters are about $50 a piece. But once you start using this filtered water, you will never drink this tap water stuff again. So this is one thing that you need to add to your list. You need to get it as soon as possible. Like I said, there are many different types of filters. We actually use one in the fridge here. It's the same, Alexa Pure, but it's just made for cold water in the fridge. You just fill it up here with tap water, and those probably do a couple of 100 gallons, these two little filters in here. But again, it's all good filtered water. So get something for clean water, guys. It's probably one of the most important, if not the most important. Hey guys, just want to give you an idea of one of my storerooms. This one is kept cold and dark. A lot of stuff has been in here for a very long time. People say don't store jars on top of each other or store jars with the lids on them. As you can see, I do both. I do try and put some cardboard between jars. You can see there are some jars there without lids on them, so they are stored both ways. Okay, stacked tall. Reason being, it's said that if this seal breaks on this lid and you have weight pushing down on it, basically it will grow bacteria inside of the jar, and you won't know it because the seal won't be popped. When you go to eat these jars, take the lid off. You're gonna know when you pop the seal if it was good or bad. But just set that jar down in the sink for about 10 or 15 minutes before you cook it or eat it, and you'll know rather quickly whether or not the food has gone bad or not. But again, when you pop the top, smell is going to be a big notifier. But to give you an idea, let me get one of these jars over here. This jar was canned, let's see here, August of 2010, 8 of 2010. That is 10-year-old corn in that jar, and I guarantee you, you open it up and this is going to be just as good as the day it was canned, and that was 10 years ago. There's potatoes in there, there is green beans in there. Pretty much all you can see back over there in the far back is all meat. There's some green beans up there. I know you can't see, it's kind of dark in here, but that's the point, is to keep everything dark and cool. Like I said, this one is underground here. This one was canned 9 of 2011. So those are 9-year-old jalapenos, peppers. Still got color on them. Those are good, good, good. So don't be afraid to store your jars with the lids on, with the rings on. You just don't want them tight. You notice, I can't get a hold of one here one-handed, but most of those lids are not tight. Of course, dry food, keep your dry food stored. There's some dry product that I've canned up. There's sugar, there's lentils, there's goldfish. That looks like milk, canned goods, a little bit of everything, guys. But this is just one spot. Like I said, we store it in a couple of different places just in case something happens. So a little bit of everything in there. You never know what I'm going to find. I've got so much stuff in there I forgot. But grinders for wheat, corn, whatever you may have. There's just an assortment. Again, these are old 5-gallon buckets. There's probably sugar in those, flour, Mylar bags, rice. There's probably 15 or 20 5-gallon buckets there full. So just an idea of how to store it, guys. As you can see, it's very dark in here. Like I said, we're probably a good 4, 5, 6 feet underground, so it stays fairly cool in here as well year round. But that's how I store some of my food. I hope this helps, guys.